This is John Crate, and we are back in Fallout 76. Build anything in a shelter? Let's see. Pick a lock. Destroy 15 robots. We might be able to get around to doing that. But we got a few other things that we can do right now. I'm just kind of having him lay on the bed here to get his health back. I think it's about as high as it's going to get. Get him a new outfit, too. That's what we were going to do. Apparel. Okay, so let's see. What do we want him to wear nowadays? Here, how about something like this? What about the Civil War stuff? What does he look like now? Get into some light here. Oh, he looks like a proper hobo now. Classy hobo. We're gonna go with that. Oh, also... Oh, I still only have the red rocket. I thought I had picked up another kind. I guess not. Okay, so we can speak to Jack at the Pumpkin House. We can deliver the technical data that we collected last time to the Brotherhood. We also got to retrieve the ballistic box from our fermenter because it is now done. And then we'll go speak to Paladin Ramani. Oh, cute little bub. She's rubbing against my legs. She wants attention. Here's a few scratches for you. Oh, you're so cute. Mittens says, Bub's been doing fine. Mittens hasn't been feeling so good. I woke up. Bub woke me up really early this morning, like at 4 a.m. So I couldn't go back to sleep. 1 second. So I came out into the living room to put on something on YouTube, and Mittens was trying to use the litter box, but she didn't. And then she got out of the litter box and was just trying to take a dump on the floor, and I was like, "Come on, Mittens, what are you doing?" But nothing was coming out. And then she kept trying, like on the rug, just in a lot of different spots, and nothing was coming out. So it's, she was dealing with some constipation or something. I got to get her into the vet this week. So yeah, I spent most of the day just kind of. I mean, eventually she did get it out. But it was on the carpet, but that's fine. I get it. I'm not going to be mad at her for being sick. So, yeah, most of the day was spent just kind of laying on the couch with her. She just wanted to cuddle, and I was like, yeah, let's get you feeling better. Whatever you need right now. Now she's kind of off on her own. I think she's feeling a little better, but yeah, I still got to get her to the vet this week.
Floating in space forever.
One of the things, though, is that kind of... Like, I can't...
Don't you?
What's this? Okay, that's to speak to Paladin Ramani. Because I was reading online about, what I can do about it. And it was like, give her, feed her wet foods. But neither of my cats will eat wet food. they just want kibble. Like, they don't even like human foods, and tuna's kind of a 50-50 thing, you know? Like, sometimes they'll eat it, sometimes they won't. The only thing that they eat that's different is Bub loves chips, which I've mentioned a bunch of times, but yeah, they just want their kibble. They don't want anything else, really. And so it's like, I can't give her soft food because she won't eat it. So I want to see if there's anything else I can do for her. I know there's like a prescription. Oh, I can turn this one off. Don't need to do the rocket core thing. I know that there's like some prescription food that you can get, but again, I'd have to bring her to the vet to get that anyway, so... Because I found it online, like, but the websites that were selling it were like, you know, this is only by prescription, so have, you know, when you order it, give us your vet's contact information, and we'll confirm that your cat needs it. So I'm thinking about, you know, seeing if she'd, you know, if I can get that kind of recommendation. Scorched fanatic, huh? That was a boss. Had the little crown next to its name. So it's going to be carrying some stuff. No, I didn't need to do that. Gotta get into some more close combat once we get inside this place, so...
Wait one moment.
Robot? I didn't want the lantern, I just wanted the wood pile.
Target acquired.
What?
They say that true beauty is on the inside, but all you have on the inside is excessive radiation poisoning. Zing.
God damn it, Insulbot! Damn you, Insulbot! Oh, kill you. Oh, and you're a glowing one. What else can I take from this place before I turn in my technical data? There's usually some decent stuff here. Oh, fancy lad snack cakes. This place is also usually raided because, you know, people come here all the time to turn in their technical data. Chainsaw flamer. What do I have here? Boiled water. What is my reward for this? Oh, 5 stim packs. Awesome. That's great. Oh, and 44 rounds. I do want those new for a new weapon that we got last time. Once I get enough ammo, I think I've only got... That'll bring me up to like 100 rounds. So once I've got enough ammo to really use it, I'll bring it out. Because that thing looks... That gun just looks really cool. Oh, there's no grenades. Dang it. Okay, let's... Next step is to quickly do the pumpkin house, of course. We're gonna do this every single time. And then we can bring... That ballistic bach is finally fermented, so we'll bring that over to Biv. And then we'll head back to the Brotherhood of Steel. Bob, what are you doing? She's been playing with my... I got this 2-pack of Funko Pops for their McDonald's characters. They're these, like... It's these two that are... They're orange and blue. Like pom-pom... Little pom-pom characters. So they're like much smaller than your regular Funko Pops. They're called the Fry Guys. I remember them from commercials back in the day.
Pumpkins to carve. So little. You there?
But because they're so small and round, they kind of roll around, so she likes to...
Kite.
She keeps knocking them off the table so she can play with them. Oh yeah, I took your mask last time.
So many pumpkins to carve. So little
Excuse me.
time.
I emptied that out last time, too. Okay, does that mean the pumpkins aren't going to be regrown for me? That might be the case. I may have to come back some other time. There's 2. Okay, they're here. 4, 6. You got a grenade. Do you? Gunpowder. I'll take gunpowder. 8 and 10. I'll take plastic. I'll take... There, I picked a lock, sort of, but it counts. Stim packs here? Yes. Ah, there's another stim pack. Let's pick another lock. For real this time. So I feel like I earned it. Oh, easy. Okay, Jack, I got your stuff.
Days like these, I wonder what I'm even carving for. You there, as usual. Welcome to the pumpkin house.
Oh, we got 700 and some scrip. We better spend those at some point before we hit the 1,000 mark. And we're gonna get the same thing every time from that quest. So. Okay, next step.
So little time.
Biv. Hopefully he'll give us a recipe for some sort of alcoholic beverage we can't make yet. Or like Greek letters. We don't have the Greek letters. I mean, we're not going to really use them, but it'd be nice to have it. Oh yeah, and we gotta build 5 things in their shelter. I forgot to do that when we were there. Well, hopefully I'll I'll remember to do that when I get back. Because after this, like I said, Brotherhood of Steel. We're gonna go back. I'm kind of annoyed that I couldn't bring the technical data directly to these new Brotherhood of Steel instead of putting it in this defunct bunker that they had underground. It's like, I think they'd get more use out of it than me just sliding it into this safe in a wall that nobody's ever going to open, but... I don't want to do ecological balance. What do I need? Like, I need a drink, too. Brain fungus soup is starting to run out here. Or not run out, I've got 22, but it's starting to go bad. Where's that cap stash? There it is. Only 10 this time. That's okay. I don't need my weapon out for this.
Hey, no, Wally, you look like you know your onions. What's this one supposed to do again? I think it's not that. Oh boy. It's a good one. You want to know what
Well,
tomorrow's
I'm glad you liked
test
my
will
ballistic
be?
Bach that I made.
Oh, sneaky piggies. Go back and see for yourself.
I will. Thank you, Bev.
Any drinks you need me to test? My writing
We get what we
chamber's
get.
always open.
Hoppy Hunter IPA. Well, I'll hold on to that because he may ask for that at some point, so...
Does it smell like alcohol down here, or is it just me?
Fort Atlas. Oh, is that free? Oh, you can fast travel here for free. That's cool. I didn't realize that. And also, yes, my perks are correct. Before I logged on, before I started the stream, I checked them. So I don't have to switch out Hard Bargain or Super Duper or anything like that. They were already set. Does Fort Atlas have a vendor? Not sure. I mean, they got the workbenches. We saw that stack of workbenches, but... Oh, I was going to say, I didn't take this picture, but yeah, this is just something that happens when you enter. Had me confused for about 5 seconds there. Like, I did not take this one. Okay, Ramani. Actually, no. Light. Always so... I always never know if I should turn the light on or not. Hey, I
Request
can
for the
unlock...
Brotherhood should be passed through Night Shin.
Yeah, let's unlock her terminal for free. Arrival. We're here. We finally arrived. The state of Appalachia is surprising, to say the least. Its lush landscape compared to the bleak wasteland that we've had to trek through. This is a promising location to establish a new Appalachian
Sorry, but
Brotherhood of
civilians
Steel
should stay
chapter.
out of command areas.
Shh, quiet. We had a good stockpile of supplies here upon arrival, thanks to Russell Dorsey and his unwavering support of our cause, but there is much to be done around Fort Atlas. I plan to focus my efforts on establishing relations with the existing factions here in Appalachia, especially with the settlers that reside in Foundation. Managing relations with the raiders in the crater
Night
will
runs
be
the armory downstairs,
arduous,
if that's what
to
you're
say the
looking
least,
for.
but is a challenge that I am ready for. Gaining the favor of the people in this region will make it easier for us to recruit and to fortify our position. Luckily, we have already attracted the attention of many hopefuls and would-be initiates. The people of Appalachia need our help, and I look forward to aiding them. They have already begun coming to Fort Atlas requesting
Information
assistance.
should go
I've
through
charged
Scribe
Knight Shin
Valdez
with
at the
receiving their
workshop.
requests, and I must admit that his distaste for public relations is quite amusing to me. Okay, let's talk.
Ah, you must be the one I've been hearing about. Paladin Layla Romani. What do you need?
Well, I already talked to you. So yeah, we've already done all. Well, we haven't done this one. What have you heard about me?
I've received a report from Knight Shin detailing your assistance in his duties. He has given his approval to your consideration as an initiate. Word around the fort is that you've been working with Scribe Valdez as well.
Oh, 1 second here, 1 second. Could barely hear it. I need to turn it up on my end. Okay, Scribe Valdez wrote me a letter of recommendation.
Well, between this and the report I have from Knight Shin, we can discuss you becoming a member of our order. Consider it carefully. Do you wish to join our ranks?
I wish to infiltrate your ranks, yes. What would it mean if I did?
Membership in the Brotherhood is a commitment to honor, duty, and service. You would begin as an initiate in our ranks. With time and training, you may one day join the scrolls as a knight or scribe, depending on your aptitudes and choices. On a day-to-day basis, Knight Shin would be your direct superior here, though any of the officers may requisition you for missions if needed.
What other officers? I don't know, you seem like jerks.
I know we can seem cold to outsiders, so I'll let that pass. What I want you to understand is that we are committed to helping the people of Appalachia. We want to aid in the restoration of civilization, and you could be a part of that. Consider it.
Shin and Valdez both recommended me?
Both have given their approval to your initiate consideration. Yes.
What did Shin say about me?
Knight Shin said that your attitude regarding the role of the Brotherhood in relation to the civilian community was questionable. Nonetheless, he felt your intentions were honorable, and suitable training would correct any deficiencies. Which means he probably thought I'd like you. That remains to be seen.
And what did Valdez have to say?
In short, she thinks you are capable, helpful, and possessed of a higher-than-average technical aptitude. Useful qualities in an initiate candidate.
I have other questions.
Yes?
I would like to join if you'll have me.
With the recommendations of Knight Shin and Scribe Valdez, I'm willing to consider you for membership. But first, I need to see how you handle yourself without direct supervision.
What do you think I've been doing this
In
whole
order
time
to
that
be
I've been in the
effective our
wasteland?
operations here, we need to establish positive relations with the people of Appalachia. If we make them see us as a beneficial presence in the area, it will be much easier to secure cooperation in the future. We have reports of feral ghoul attacks on traders and travelers in the southwest forest region, indicative of a nest of some kind. I want you to clear it out.
Where is this nest?
We don't know. Our initial reports on the attacks came from a family of farmers, the Putnams, that we passed on the way into the region. I think their sons were rather starstruck when we showed us. I almost expected the older boy to follow us when we left. You should start your search there. They may know more. You can find them at the old Lewis and Sons farming supply.
Oh, we already ran into them. And they just were angry that that we were in their house, and I was just like, well, whatever. I'm sure they're used for some other mission later. I guess now we know. Hey, I've got charisma. We don't know how dangerous that might be. Surely that's worth an extra reward.
Your reward is that I consider you worthy to join our ranks.
I want caps.
Limited intel suggests this is a milk run, perfect for a new recruit. But you're not wrong. We don't know the level of threat. Take this as an additional precaution.
Ooh, one stim pack, thanks. I guess it's better than nothing. Why haven't you had some of the other initiates do this already?
While I'm not in the habit of explaining my priorities to would-be recruits, you may have noticed there's a lot of work to be done here. You doing it accomplishes the mission and adds another member to our ranks. 2 birds, 1 stone.
If I do this, I'll be in the Brotherhood?
Complete this mission satisfactorily, and I will grant you initiate status within the Brotherhood. Yes.
Then I think I have everything I need.
Very well. Do this, and you will be one of us, with all the rights and responsibilities of a full member of the Brotherhood of Steel. Ad Victoriam.
Okay. So,
Please do not touch anything without direct authorization from a Brotherhood member.
yeah, I already hacked into some of your terminals. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
We should spend less time mourning for Defiance and more time here.
So where
Appalachia's future will be decided.
was that? It's in the forest region. I want to say it's, like, down in this area, but clearly I'm wrong. Ah, it's way over here. Okay. Lewis and Sons. I took off my socks, and now Bub's playing with my socks instead of my Funko Pop. She likes feet. She does not that she attacks feet, but she loves to like lay next to my feet all the time. And then every so often, like if she's asleep and then next to my feet, and then she'll kind of be half awake and she'll like pull one of my feet into her chest. That's kind of funny, but. Oh, wait, I have a melee weapon on, don't I? Best to be prepared for these sort of things, you know? You never know if the Putnam family will, be aggressive. They're already pretty angry at me for just kind of coming into their home. Ooh, I'm gonna steal your plastic. And your corn. Give me all of your corn.
Hello there.
Give me, crops, whatever you have. I'm not real particular, because I'm just gonna sell. Hello, you.
Good day to you.
It's just just Mr. Handy. It's not like a specialist or anything. Give me Brahmin milk too. 5. That's a good deal. Anything else of yours I can take? Again, I'm sure I've already raided your place, so let's see what else I can take from you. Yes, I'm getting good. I'm getting lucky with some stim packs lately. Oh hey, oh there's your dog, Badger. Sorry, I needed your food bowl, buddy. I'm gonna make shotgun shells out of it.
Whoa, whoa there. Mom, Dad!
Who do you think you are barging in here? George?
Hold it, stranger. No funny moves.
Sorry to barge in, but I'm on a mission.
A mission to get your head blown off! Oh, Lord, George. Put it down. Whew. All right, stranger. Come over here and let's find out what's going on.
Listen to your wife, buddy. Put that down. Because I personally don't like the Brotherhood, but Deneau's here. Man, he likes their tactics of just kind of taking stuff, so... Clearly. Talk. Interact. Why can't I interact with you? I don't know why I can't interact with them. That's weird.
Now, you need to be more careful just waltzing into people's homes. It's a good way to end up with more lead in you than's healthy. I'm Carol Putnam. This is my husband, George. Now, won't you tell us why you're barging in here, and maybe we can all be friendly when you're done.
This your farm? The signs outside said Lewis and Sons.
Might not be Lewis or Sons, but this here's ours.
But Lewis was a cousin of mine back in the day. God rest his soul. He and his family didn't make it when the bombs fell. We were looking a good place to put down roots, and we heard it was safe to come back to West Virginia. I told Carol we ought to see if this place was still here.
Even after all these years, there's enough salvageable tools and such to make starting a farm easier here than your average homestead. Didn't see any point in updating the sign.
Do you greet all your visitors with guns?
No, not all. Just the ones that waltz in unannounced looking like trouble.
I mean, I guess I do look like a hobo with this my new getup, so... The Brotherhood of Steel sent me to ask about the ghoul attacks on the area.
Those would be them military types in the heavy armor that came through here recently, right? I'm the one that told them about those attacks.
Those Brotherhood guys are so cool. Wait, are you recruiting? I want to sign up.
We are, actually.
Their gear was pretty fascinating.
Settle down, boys. The adults is talking. So you want to know about them ghouls?
You boys both want to join the Brotherhood?
Lord, don't get them started.
Oh, yeah. The lasers, the power armor, they are the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Marty, you barely do your chores now, and you get confused by the generator. What good would you be?
Yeah, well, at least I'm not a shrimp like you. I can pay you to get these two out of my hair.
George!
I'm just kidding. You boys know we love you.
George, what do you think about your sons joining the Brotherhood?
Go ahead, George. I'm curious, too.
They're grown, I suppose, and it might be a good opportunity for them. We can't spare them on the farm, though. It's too much work to do. One, maybe. Long as you swear to look out for him. Reckon you better ask the wife, though.
Carol, would you let your sons join the Brotherhood of Steel?
Now, I don't like it, but they're adults. Close enough, I guess. And I know they're bound to want to do their own thing, but the farm needs work. We can't do it alone. If one of them wants to go, well, now, George and I'll just have to live with it. But you ain't taking both of my boys, though.
Ooh, me.
I wasn't sent here to do any recruiting.
I'd prefer you kept it that way, then.
Since apparently I
I
have no
think I could
other
be a real
options.
asset to you, though. I'm good with machines, and I work hard. Heck, I'm the one who repaired the bots outside.
Forget about him. The Brotherhood's tough, not a bunch of nerds. I'd be perfect. Let it be, boys.
Careful, George.
You heard the wife. She says one of them...
Fine by me.
I guess I have to talk to them to maybe recruit one. Is it just the four of you here?
Me, George, and the boys. Marty's the overeager one. Calling's a quiet one. I hope I don't need to remind you we're not defenseless.
There's also the robots outside, of course. I got them helping with the chores.
Nerd. Boys, knock it off.
So, us, the robots, and the dogs, I guess. And enough firepower to discourage pests.
How's the farm doing?
Well, we're getting to be self-sufficient soon. Greenhouse is getting there. George wants to restore the house, but we're fine in here.
The boys are gonna want rooms of their own, dear. Don't act like you wouldn't mind being away from their snoring.
We've got other work needs doing first. Lord, if I can put up with your snoring for 20 years, I can surely deal with them.
Paladin Romani sent me to find out if you knew where the ghoul attacks were coming from.
Can't say for certain. We got a suspicion, though.
A lot of the sightings and attacks have been from folks traveling the highway to Flatwoods. They come out of the hills, northwest of the old creamery.
And the only thing out that way is what's left of the Orwell orchards. Could be the source of the things. You gonna wipe them out when you find them?
Sounds like I'd be helping you out if I did. Maybe there's a reward in it for my efforts.
Aren't you on a mission from the Brotherhood? You're doing it for them, not for us.
She's right, of course, but that doesn't mean we're not grateful for the risk you're taking. Now here, wherever you find ghouls, you're going to find radiation. You know, we can spare this.
Radex. Thanks, I'm gonna sell it. Any idea how many ghouls there might be?
Not sure. More than a few, less than an army. From what folks have said, if you're going in alone, even a few can swarm you before you even realize what's happening.
Yeah, I know.
Be careful out there.
I've been around the wasteland at this point. The plan is to clear the place out entirely.
Good to hear.
You'd be doing everybody in the area a favor. That's for sure.
Safe roads means safer traders. Good for everyone. The Brotherhood would definitely be making friends if you pull this off.
I wanted to ask you some other questions.
All right, then.
I guess I've got everything I need. I should get
Just
going.
try not to startle us if you drop by again. George has a hair trigger with that shotgun.
Yeah, whatever. Give me your plastics. Okay, optional. Well, this guy's gonna be better. At least I think so, because he's got technical know-how, and plus in power armor, it doesn't matter how frickin' strong you are, so... Interact. No, stop messing with that. I want to put you into the Brotherhood.
I really would like to join the Brotherhood. I know I'm not as strong as my brother, but you've got to have a need for somebody smart, right?
So you're saying you're smart?
Smarter than Marty, anyway. No offense to my brother, but if he can't solve a problem with his muscles, he's stumped. I read anything I can find. Most of the working machinery around the farm is my handiwork. I'm the one who got the bots running. The Brotherhood can't be all brawn and no brains, right?
You don't seem like the military type.
Maybe I'm not. But I'm not cut out to be a farmer, either. The Brotherhood has tech. And that's an opportunity to learn. That's all I want.
So you think you can handle combat?
I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't be nervous. Won't know until it happens, I suppose. But I'm willing to risk it if it means getting out of here.
Wouldn't you rather stay with your parents? It seems safe here.
It is safe. So safe, I'll end up still running this place when I'm old. There's nothing wrong with farming, and I love my parents, but there's so much more out there.
Let's see. There are other ways off the farm than joining the Brotherhood.
Maybe so, but Marty's right about one thing. The Brotherhood has the coolest tech. It'd be amazing to get to work with it and learn from them.
It's a big decision, Colin. You sure you want to join the Brotherhood?
I'm sure. This farm isn't the place for me. The Brotherhood could change the world. It's where I belong. Can you make me a recruit?
Honestly, Colin, I'm not sure. I'm willing to recommend you, though, if you can help me.
All right, that seems fair enough. I'll do my best to earn that recommendation, I promise. Are you sure about me, though? I know my brother wants this, too, and I heard Mom. Only one of us can go.
Let's see. No, I want him. I don't care about the other guy. You're my pick, Colin. I want you to come with me.
Really? That's incredible. Thank you. You go on ahead. I need to talk to my folks and say goodbye and that kind of thing. I'll meet you at Orwell Orchards.
Hopefully you bring like a robot if you're not very good with combat. I'm gonna take your battery. And your gunpowder. And your bowling pin that you have for some reason. Let's go to Orwell Orchards. Where the heck is that again? Yeah, it's by the creamery, so it's got to be up here. Okay. So he might not be helpful in this situation, since might not be good in combat. But I mean, he's better with machines, and it's like I said, strength doesn't matter when you're in power armor or when you're just firing a gun or a laser. So I guess I'm not too worried about that. As long as he's willing to fight. I could always use, as long as he's willing to fight, it should be fine. I can always use another infiltrator. I mean, the nose just wants to get in and then probably rob him blind. Ideally, I'd use a silenced weapon for this. So let's get this going. Oh. Whoa, Mr. Farmhand. Hey, he brought a Mr. Farmhand. Or is that one just already here? Okay, it's not actually his Mr. Farmhand. So does this locate the source of the ghoul attacks? Which means, so this is just going to be a circle? Yeah. There's only so many places. It's like in the basement here. If all the farmhands are here, you wouldn't think it'd be in here. Or it is, I guess, maybe there. Give me your truck. And, of course, the enamel bucket. Can't say no to that. Blackwater Brew. Orwell Bomb Shelter. Orwells were in dire financial straits when the bombs fell. Ironically, this expensive shelter failed to save them in the end. Well, that's not a ghoul. That's, That's what's his name? Colin? I'll take the golf outfit. It's perfect. It's like, why would you even bother? I don't understand. Why would you even bother with that? Give me the golf balls. What else can I take here? Let's turn off the radio. That's it? Okay. What do you have to say, Colin?
Hey, you're here. Seemed like this was the place. I had to sneak past everything outside, and then I heard some noises deeper in here, so I just holed up to wait for you. I hope that's okay.
So I'm able to get nervous before a fight. Over here, are you armed?
Yeah. Dad gave me one of his old pistols so I can defend myself. I don't have a lot of practice, but how hard can it be, right? Don't answer that.
How did you get here before me?
I know some shortcuts. And you don't grow up with an older brother without learning to be at least a little sneaky.
Did you know about this bunker?
Not until I got here, no. But you were looking for a nest of feral ghouls. The house seemed a likely bet to have some hiding places. That led me here.
It's normal to get nervous before a fight. I'll keep you safe.
Yeah. You don't seem all that nervous. Okay, I can do this. Just don't let me die, please.
Clear the ghouls from the bunker. I mean, if you stay behind me, I'm just going to try to snipe them, so... Just don't go charging in, and you should be fine. Oh, Jesus, that one's close. Head, head, head. No. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Come on, come back, come back, come back. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead! Where'd you come from? What the heck? I can't back up. Yeah, shoot him, please. Okay, we're hidden again. That's good. Oh, I need brain fungus soup. Let's chow down on some of those. And a Brahmin milk. Get rid of some of that radiation. I mean, it's gonna go away with our perk eventually, but okay. So there's a couple more. Let's kill them before we start looting.
Can't see any more of them. Are we safe now?
No, because your weapon isn't silenced, buddy. That could be a problem. Oh wait, are they gonna come through this door? Can they come through this? No, this is a closet. Oh, wait. Okay, big guns time. Oh, head. What is this? Oh, it's nothing. I can't. What do you have? Now we can loot.
Oh, God. Oh, wow. That was a lot.
Yeah, it was. Everything all right?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, thanks. That was terrifying. I didn't completely lose it, though, and I'm alive, so I guess that's a good sign. Thanks,
Yeah.
Ruby. I know how that would have gone if it was just me.
How was your first combat
I'm
experience?
still shaking. I'm really a little worried you're so casual about it. I guess I can handle it, but if I have the choice, I'll stick to books and machines, thanks.
Well, we can drill that out of you. Still want to join the Brotherhood?
Definitely. I might not be the most brave in a fight, but you must need people to keep everything running. And if the occasional moment of terror is the price for getting to work with their tech, I can live with it.
You did all right, Colin, and you actually did. You should pack up and head to Fort Atlas when you're ready.
I will. Thanks again for keeping me alive, as well as giving me this chance. I'll make sure you and the rest of the Brotherhood don't regret it. Be safe out there.
So, reporting back. You know, after we loot the place. I don't need that. I'll take your globe. Oops. Ian Orwell's Terminal. November 15th, 2077. If Cheryl only knew how far into debt I had gone building this place, she would have killed me. Looks like it paid off in the long run, though. She knew the bank denied her last loan, but didn't know exactly why. I'd like to see the bank try and get their money back now. There was no saving the orchard anyway. We hadn't been profitable in years, and that was before the moths. That's not the worst of it. Right before the bombs dropped, we found out we won the goddamned lottery. The rep was supposed to show up next month, but I guess that's not happening now. Too bad. We could have used the cash as extra toilet paper. December 25th, 2077. Merry Christmas. It's been a little over a month since we took shelter. We're doing all right. Supplies are good, and all the equipment is running smoothly. Cheryl has pretty much gotten over me not telling her about this place. I surprised her this morning with the crib I got before everything went to hell. She was pretty excited. I still don't know how she didn't manage to find it. She always talked about how much she wanted a kid, but the orchard was always our priority. Well, we have plenty of time now. I think it'll be nice to have some new life down here. March 16th, 2078. It's been about 5 months. Still no luck on the baby front. Not for lack of trying. I'm starting to think the radiation from above is beginning to leak down here. We're still good on supplies for at least another year. It's been hard trying to stay on top of all the repairs. The pool pump broke last week. The fusion generator a few days before that. One of the projectors is shot, and I think the heater is beginning to go. As long as we stay on top of repairs, we should be fine. September something, 2078. It's September now, I think. Lost track of what day it was a few months ago. The leaves in the orchard are probably starting to turn. That was always my favorite time of year. Damn near everything has stopped working. We're down to just the essentials. Air, water, and food. We've got plenty of books to read, though, and my putting game has never been better. Haven't been feeling too well these last couple months. My hair has been falling out, and I'm having trouble keeping on any weight. Cheryl says we need to find help because this place is making me sick. We'll be fine. I'm not ready to leave yet. Sometime later in 2078. Still feeling like crap. Mind is fogged. Hard to focus, hard to type. But we're safe down here. I made sure of that. Cheryl doesn't understand the sacrifice, the debt, months of preparation, all for her. Her and that baby will never have. She wants to leave. She can't leave. I won't let her. Let's open a security door. Hopefully there's nothing inside that security door. So... is this the security door? There's a lot of radiation in here. This couldn't be the security door. This is a laundry room. I'm gonna try to remember this time that I have pre-war money to save. We picked up all that pre-war money last time and I just threw it away. So that's a lot of radiation. I mean, I suppose it's not too big of a deal, but I don't think there's anything in there to get. So let's just head out. I wonder where that security door was. It wasn't in here, was it? It wasn't. No, there wasn't a door here. If I needed glass, this would be a good place to come. Rat. Ooh, but there is a few things here. Plastic, lead. He's taking a little break. Can't say I blame him, I guess. Yeah, let's head back up this way. Food dehydrator, that's mine. Cooking oil, I want that. Oh, this is the security door. This has to have been the security door. Hey, you. Canned coffee. Combination wrench, I want that. Don't want a drill. I'll take your military grade duct tape and the gunpowder there. Stim packs. Nothing in these sacks, huh? They looked empty anyway. Trapped. All I wanted was to get him some help, and he trapped me in here like some sort of animal. I was able to repair the button that opens the door while he was asleep. He has the only key out of this godforsaken place. Tomorrow when I hear the shower, I'll take my chances. If anyone is reading this, please know I had no other choice Please know that I had no other choice, Ian. I'm sorry. I know this isn't you anymore. Please know that I still love you, Cheryl. Brutal. Oh, nice. A little delayed reaction there. There's that freaking clown picture again. We've run into that a few times. I don't want little ginger snuggles. I don't need one of those. This place has some good stuff. I didn't want that. A decent amount of plastic here. Hey. Took some damage. What can I eat? What's going bad? I sold a bunch of stuff that was going bad. Let's eat this omelet for one thing. Ooh, what's that? Okay, I think we've gone through this place now. Yeah. Okay. Port to Paladin Romani. What's this? Oh, that's for the holotape. That's for the one quest. Let's go. Had to loot the place, though. That's very important. Oh man, I'm out of water. Oh well, I should be fine for a little bit here. So yeah, I did it, Paladin. And I even brought you somebody with some technical know-how. That should hopefully free up Scribe Valdez for more interesting work, you'd think. Now that I think about it.
Any news to share?
So maybe she'll be happy that she doesn't have to keep everything running. Or else they'll just be pissed at me for sending them some random wastelander to be like, hey, this guy's going to join us. I mean, I'm not even part of the Brotherhood myself, but he's going to join us.
Go home. Let us take care of things here.
Shut up.
Each day in service of the Brotherhood is a step forward.
Welcome back. Have you completed your assigned mission, candidate?
I wiped out the nest. I also found someone else who wanted to sign up.
Ah, that explains young Colin Putnam arriving at our doorstep then. Bright kid. I can't say Shin thought much of him, but if he makes it through basic training, I think he found us another scribe. That'll make Valdez happy. I'm very pleased with your initiative. Excellent job. Not only have you achieved everything we set out for you, but you have expanded our order and helped to secure its future in Appalachia. I hereby confer on you the status of probationary initiate in the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm sorry, but we'll have to put the official initiation right on hold. Something's come up, and we need to deal with it right away. If you've got anything else you need to take care of, make it quick. Report to me again when you're ready.
I'm fine.
Ad Victoriam, initiate.
Like, we can claim that the perfect chewing gum or whatever it is. What did we get? More stim packs.
Raiders cause
Mind over matter.
We'll have to do something about that.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds like a weapon. Yeah, I was about to show up there, but... Okay, mind over... Well, it's an energy weapon. That's not good. 30% damage to ghouls. 10% damage while aiming. Plus 50... no. I'll probably... If I can, I'll probably just, turn it into the legendary vendor. Not a fan.
If I don't sleep tonight, I should be able to
disarming discovery. What is it asking us to do here? Help the retreat for Paladin. Help the retreat for Paladin Romani? What does that mean? No, get that off my
Hello,
screen.
Initiate. Congratulations on officially joining our ranks. I apologize that we aren't able to do an official ceremony right now, but as previously stated, something more important has come up. I've been informed that there is an independent settlement that needs our help. A group of Blood Eagle raiders are extorting the villagers and taking their supplies. The village's leader, Jenny Brown, has more information. You can find her at their settlement, a camp made up of tree houses that they call the Retreat.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay, I get it. We've been there.
No meat.
Really? This is my first mission? Isn't there something better to do? What are you talking about? Fighting Blood Eagles?
Something better than helping those who can't help themselves? Where's your sense of compassion? Aiding civilians is part of the Brotherhood's mission here in Appalachia. We need to show them our goodwill.
You got it, boss.
I appreciate your eagerness to help others, but please, call me Paladin Romani.
We need to understand the past as well, or we'll make the same mistakes going forward.
So we've been to retreat. Like I said, when I came upon it last time, I was like, that is new. Because I thought it was that other treehouse place, but no. Yeah, because I'd been here before, but no, I was wrong. And then this place was there before. But yeah, it just wasn't populated. So yeah, this place was cool. Now that it's populated, I like it. Happy to help these guys. So yeah, a lot of these other populated areas that I hadn't seen before must be places that were sent to help. Also, let's, before I forget, let's get that, chewing gum, or whatever. Open up. Open up. And what was this? Guild Ultrasite Paint. Okay, I don't care.
I thought this high ground would be useful for hunting.
I don't know who you are, but hi.
Well, I gotta break up these golf clubs too and get the plastic.
So last night, I dreamed I fell out of bed and straight to the forest floor. It's a good thing our houses have walls, huh? I won't let anyone mess with this village.
Where is this? Oh, wood pile. Where is this Jenny Brown? Up there, huh?
I should make something sweet to cheer everyone up.
Move.
Let's see, we've got... Can we trust you? Sugar. Wait, rat-toad eggs won't explode after they're cooked, right?
What's that thing Miss Jenny says? Can't always
Hello
find
there,
a
stranger.
perfectly preserved
What can I
pie.
do for you?
You can always preserve a perfect memory.
I'm here on behalf of the Brotherhood.
Well, aren't you just the cutest Brotherhood member I've ever seen?
Really?
My
Are we
name
doing
is
this?
Jenny Brown, and I'm the mama hen of this little family here at the retreat. Lately, my kin have been harassed by a woman named Dagger and her Blood Eagle Raiders. She's causing all my people to go hungry and threatening our lives. You should take some time to talk with some of my people. I'm sure they have some useful information about Dagger that they can share with you, you know.
I'll be off to go talk to them
Right.
then.
Let me know if you need anything else, darling.
I'm getting so sick and tired of
Yeah,
those thorn
I
bushes.
need these.
It's just about time to eat.
Good to put down some roots, right? Never thought of it this literally, though.
Shut up.
Watch the edges up here.
Villager.
Hey
huh?
there. Sorry, we're a bit wary of strangers right now.
How did you end up here in the retreat?
Miss Jenny heard of all the people in Appalachia. Thought it'd be a good spot for some consistent trading opportunities. Came across all these abandoned tree houses, and it seemed like the perfect place to set up our little haven. It allows us to keep our independence while still making it easy to trade with the settlers.
I'm here about Dagger. What do you know about her?
I know that she's got numbers, and she's smart. She's got people tracking our trade routes. They've been harassing our caravans. It's making the settlers not want to trade with us for fear of losing their own people. I don't blame them either. Dagger's people are making it harder and harder for us to have the supplies when she comes to collect. Honestly, I think she just wants an excuse to kill us off. I believe in you. Give that Dagger what she deserves.
I see you have some cotton can or a funnel cake. That's what I want. I want funnel cake because
I'm all out of water.
God, I could really go for some funnel cake in real life, though.
Never thought I'd live in a treehouse.
Where
Never thought I'd find a real family.
are you? Oh, there you are.
Hope you're not afraid of heights. Don't cause any trouble around here. I will be able to find you.
Yeah, I'm not really all that scared. What do you like about living here?
Being high up in these trees makes me feel safe. Plus, everyone looks out for each other here. And we do what we can to make the best of it. If you could just help get rid of Dagger, we can go back to living in peace.
How did you meet Jenny Brown?
My partner and I were holed up in a building when we heard some people come inside and start looking through the place. We were worried we would have to fight, but instead, Miss Jenny welcomed us into her group with open arms and offered us a place in the family.
Do you have any information on Dagger?
I went out hunting shortly after one of her weekly collections and tracked her lieutenants to see where her hideout is. I lost their trail and wasn't able to get the exact location. But I do know they're somewhere to the southwest. If you find her, kill her. Her and her damn blood eagles are taking our food, water, stim packs, everything. All in exchange for allowing us to keep our lives.
Okay.
Please, help us give that Dagger what she deserves.
Yeah, you know, I'm good at killing stuff. And getting killed, by the way, so we'll see how that goes, but...
Forgive any attitudes from us. We got people going hungry here.
What made you want to live in treehouses?
You kidding me? It's gotta be the coolest digs you can get in the apocalypse. I'm proud to call this place my home, and these people my family.
Why did you join Jenny Brown?
I was surrounded by a group of vicious mole rats. Some members of Miss Jenny's family found me. They saved me. I figured I could use some more protection from all the nastiness in this world. Now we just need to deal with Dagger.
Do you have any information about
I run
Dagger?
the storehouse here and have to deal with her lieutenants that come to collect every week. They have some sort of fancy rocket launchers that would blow this place to smithereens if given the opportunity. Yeah, her and those Blood Eagle raiders are definitely too tough for us to handle on our own. Something's got to be done about her, and I hope you're the one to do it.
Yeah. My one person is going to bring more destruction than your entire village could bring upon
You go
her.
get that dagger, and bring me back my Instamash, please.
You should leave. Oh.
Turn to Jenny Brown.
I'm wary of outsiders. What with Dagger holding us hostage.
What's wrong with you? You really are nervous. Your leg was shaking like I don't even know what it was like. Shaking like something.
Huh. I wonder what everyone's doing today. I hate this misty, foggy crap. It looks like it might rain later.
Ooh, plastic. How do I get up to her again? Oh, there's stairs. Food dehydrator.
Maybe I'll ask around and if anyone needs help.
I hope you enjoyed getting to know us. We're a peaceful people. We don't want to bother or be bothered. So, will you help us?
Is there anything else I need to know?
Other than she's insane and a menace, she has this loyal group of lieutenants that are willing to protect her with their lives. I'm telling you, if they didn't follow her everywhere she went, I'd have already tried to put her 6 feet under.
Built tight family here. That's rare in the wasteland. I'm kind of getting some creepy vibes.
I'm glad you're able to see how special my people are. Family is the most important thing that you can have, especially in the wasteland. I will do anything that I can to protect
Looks like
mine.
it might rain later.
I'd be happy to help.
Thank you. I knew you'd be as sweet on the inside as you are on the outside. Please be careful. Dagger and her lieutenants are dangerous folk.
If those raiders come snooping around, they're gonna regret it.
Find the Blood Eagle's hideout. Huh. I think maybe it's Dagger's Den. I didn't know why it was called that, but I guess now I do. No, let's start off with something like this. Do I need a... No, this is what I'm looking for. Bring fungus soup before it goes bad. Let's just go right through the front door. Oh, it's chained. Well then, I guess we're not going right through the front door. Let's try to find another way in. Oh, Jesus. Hit it. Or her, whatever. Oh, the alarm. The alarm has been triggered. Great. Okay. Okay, now... yeah. Oh, Jesus, that one's got a big... I may need my power armor for this. Coming, you gonna come right in here?
I promise I won't hurt you.
Okay. Oh. They lost me. So that's good. Hey, I found that guy's Instamash, I guess. I guess we can try the stealth approach again. Got that back up. Hey, I destroyed a robot.
Everything.
I still hear the screams.
How did we get to this point?
I should be the boss. I really should.
Should you really be the boss? Well, let's, just in case I need to make a getaway, let's get that ready to go. No, head.
Lost him.
So yes, I'm supposed to go in there. I figured as much. Anybody else up in this area that I should be aware of? Okay, this could get bloody.
Something.
Clear out the lieutenants. And then, of course, Dagger. So we were actually in here before, but obviously Dagger wasn't here.
I'm gonna do it. When their backs are turned, I swear I'll do it.
Well, there's one down. I'm under caution. When are you gonna climb up here? Looks like one. You got one. Come on. So the guy's head exploded. Oh, must have been just the wind.
Useless.
Dang it. Come on out. Now I'm just detected. Oh, there you are. Oh, yes. Come on out. Come on out.
I am so fucking bored. Where did I put those cameras?
I'm not gonna kill Bloody Pecker. He's just a chicken unless he's gonna attack me. You gonna attack me? No. Where are the bodies here? There's one. I don't need that. I can kind of go around this way. I'm still hidden. Okay. There's one up there. There's one over here.
I should be boss. I really should.
Okay, let's break some stuff down here. Oh, hey. Didn't realize I was going to get that. Okay. What's in your fridge? I think I can have my light on. The one that I'm guessing is Dagger is, the last one is kind of in her own little room, so I don't think I'm in any danger of being seen. Plus, I'm sneaking. It's not like she can see me when I'm sneaking. Wow. Throne room key? Well, I'm guessing she is in the throne room. And now I have a key. This way, huh? Just stay down. Is she the only one in here? There's no way there's no traps here.
Nothing in this wasteland can bring down Dagger's crew.
I can't just target her. I have to speak to her. Okay, well, if I'm gonna be this exposed, let's get the shotgun.
Dagger's throne is untouchable.
Well,
Well.
oh, I was gonna loot.
I see the Brotherhood has finally sent one of their pawns to retrieve my weapons. Because you've impressed me by taking out my crew, I'll allow you to say a few last words. Choose them carefully, kid.
What weapons? I'm here on behalf of the retreat.
Oh, shit. You mean you didn't know about the weapons? The crate they came in may have had a Brotherhood of Steel insignia on them. But they're ours now. Don't even think about walking into my place and making demands either. I won't let you take these weapons from us.
Isn't walking in and making demands exactly what you're doing at the retreat?
Oh, I'm not making demands. I'm providing a service. They give me their supplies, and I let them keep their lives. Where there's prey, there will always be a predator. If it wasn't me, I'm sure there would be someone else ready to take advantage of them.
How did you even get these weapons?
My gang and I came across a small group of raiders, and I couldn't help but notice these beauties sitting around. Let's just say negotiations didn't go over well. And now we're the owners. Who knows how that group got them from the Brotherhood? And really, who cares?
Nothing in this wasteland can bring
Someone's
down
selling weapons. If you have Brotherhood property, you're going to hand it over right now, along with the villagers'
Like I
supplies.
said, these weapons don't belong to the Brotherhood anymore. I don't have any of their property. And you can tell those villagers they'll be punished for crying to the Brotherhood of Steel.
So you're gonna let me go and tell them? I just killed all your people, and I'll kill you too if I have to.
Well, shit. If there's one thing I value more than my goods, it's my life. Here's the key to some of our stash. Make sure you tell your people to stay out of my business from now on. Oh, look. The Brotherhood lackey returns. I'm hit!
You're dead. That was a pretty sweet rocket launcher. Jesus Christ! I need to heal. Hey, you. Anyone else? I don't want the cores, but I'll take the gun itself. She had 3 missiles. The perfect amount. Dagger's journal. We found some easy pickings down in the swamp. A bunch of idiot villagers living in the trees. We've been extorting them for supplies since we returned to Appalachia. They give us food, ammo, chems, whatever. They pose no real threat to us, so we keep them alive and scared. Their leader is Jenny Brown, a pacifist and overall pathetic excuse for a human. We couldn't have dreamt up a more spineless coward to keep the goods coming our way. We take more and more every day. Eventually they'll die off and we'll have ourselves a treehouse to vacation in. In the meantime, they're still useful to us. Jenny Brown is a pacifist, but she told us that she tried... Well... No, she said that never mind. She said that... She claimed that if she wasn't... If Dagger wasn't surrounded by bodyguards, she would try to put her in the ground herself. Oh, it's just one... It's not like actual weapons, it's just one item called the cache of weapons. Ooh, here's a challenge. This is good. This might take a few bobby pins. Luckily, I've got over 100 now. Ooh, let's see. Nope. So a little bit this way. A little more. Got it. For buff out and mentats, that's it. The retreat supplies, we got them. And I'm over encumbered. Fun. Luckily, it's not a big deal. Now we have more carry weight, so we can fast travel. Optional. It's optional to give the cache of weapons back to the Brotherhood, huh? Luckily this place has a workbench. I can break down those Gatling plasmas. So yeah, I did this dishonorable thing. Intimidated her and then just killed her anyway, but whatever. She was a raider. Not too sorry about it. Get out of your armor.
Hey, gotta keep your eyes peeled in this weather.
Where did this come from? This wasn't there before.
Oh, nice. I just saw a lightning bug over there.
Nice.
Those Mothman cultists give me the creeps. They're all just crazy.
Yeah, they're not the best.
Useful for hunting, but the local wildlife learned to watch out for us pretty fast.
I should make something sweet to cheer everyone up.
Oh, hey.
Let's see. We got flour.
Can I make anything?
Wait, red toad eggs won't explode after they're cooked, right?
You can't always find a perfectly preserved pie, but you can always preserve a perfect meal.
What the hell are you talking about? I'm not even listening to you.
Strangler vines can grow out at night and wrap around you while you're sleeping. You know, I should ask Miss Jenny.
It's nice having everyone nearby, even if they are at different elevations.
Oh, you guys got some decent
Don't
stuff
get any
down
funny
here.
ideas.
Jesus. I just killed your biggest problem.
Have you
I don't
met
think
Miss
you get to
Jenny?
talk to me like that.
She's responsible for our little family here.
Once folks start having kids,
So,
we're gonna need to get some guardrails on those here bridges.
you know, I think I mentioned that you guys
I
needed
never thought I
guardrails.
could feel so at home in the apocalypse.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that you
You're
do
up
feel at
late.
home in this. Cultist blade. Why do you have... You know what? Never mind. I said I was kind of getting creepy vibes from this place already.
Huh. Need some new clothes. Get real muddy.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Have you had a chance to pay Dagger a friendly visit?
Hey, gotta keep your eyes peeled in this.
Well, I'm not supposed to give you the weapon.
I never thought I'd live in a treehouse.
That's the optional part, is I can give it to her to help protect them. I'm guessing the Brotherhood will find out. Here's your supplies.
Thank you so much, Sweet Pea. Because of you, my people will no longer go hungry. The Brotherhood has our support and our thanks.
Let's go back. I'm gonna be a model member of the Brotherhood until there's a chance for me to, like, stab them in the back or something. Like, towards the end, if I get of the whole thing, if I get a chance to be like, nope, we're blowing up Fort Atlas, I'm gonna do it. Can't I want to just fast travel right inside Fort Atlas. I think that would be beneficial. It'd save me a loading screen or two.
I have news from our patrol.
They must have seen something quite interesting for you to come to me about it.
Interesting is not the word. Concerning, yes.
One moment, Initiate. Knight Shin is in the middle of his report.
You could look at him at least.
Do you need something, soldier?
Go on, Shin.
As I was saying, one of our patrols came across a raider storeroom. They were chased out, but not before sighting several crates with the Brotherhood insignia on them.
Those crates are for important assets. We haven't used them since...
Since that battle, let's not waste time with details.
Weapons at the ready.
Considering the contents, it's imperative that we recover those crates from the raiders.
We have yet to establish a relationship with the people of Crater. It's possible that they are more agreeable than the other raiders we've encountered.
Are you seriously considering the idea of leaving those items in raider hands?
Let's discuss this later. We've kept the Initiate waiting long enough. Were you able to help the people of the retreat?
Dagger is dead, and I gave the supplies back to the retreat.
Very unfortunate that things had to end that way, but at least the villagers are safe now.
Them, and likely many others. The world is better off with fewer blood eagles.
Don't speak so frivolously of human life, Knight. Oh, is there anything else to report?
I can't see what that says. Dagger also had a crate of Brotherhood weapons. I confiscated them from her and brought them all back.
The Blood Eagles, too. Did these crates have our insignia on them?
If our weapons have spread among multiple groups, that's a serious problem. The Initiate made the right choice in bringing them back to us.
I hope the villagers have other means of defending themselves.
If we address the threat at its origin, there would be no need for them to defend themselves, which is exactly why we can't leave those weapons in raider hands.
Where did these weapons originate?
We obtained them during our journey to Appalachia. Unexpected circumstances removed them from our possession.
That's all the Initiate needs to know.
I am the one answering questions here, Knight.
Night Shin has a history with raiders, I take it?
The Brotherhood saved Shin's hometown from a raider attack. It was then that Night Connors recruited him into the fold. There have been other incidents since then, but...
This is irrelevant to the mission.
Perhaps you can ask him about it another time.
I'd prefer that you didn't.
I'm gonna. Understood.
Good work, Initiate. You're dismissed.
Come on, what do we get? Hellstorm missile launcher. Oh, that's what she had. That's what Dagger had. It's time for the Brotherhood to show the Raiders what belongs to whom. Oops, that's not what I wanted.
We'll build something better for everyone.
That's a big weapon. Don't know that I'll use it, but it's a big weapon. In fact, I'm almost certain to not use it.
You're here. Good. To review the current situation, one of our patrols located a cache of dangerous weapons in a raider storeroom. Stolen Brotherhood weapons, no less. Your assignment is to secure the storeroom for the Brotherhood, and the weapons along with it. I'll put together a squad and meet you there. But given the situation, it's imperative you arrive there as soon as possible. Any questions, Initiate?
Yeah, a few actually. What weapons are we talking about again?
I should put negligence on your record for asking that question. Lucky for you, I don't have the time. If you can recall your last assignment. It had to do with putting down a rabid den of Blood Eagles in possession of military-grade rocket launchers. The same kind of rocket launchers were discovered in the possession of some raiders from Crater. Needless to say, that's a problem, and we are going to fix it.
Ooh, I wonder what would have happened if I sided with Crater. Why do you care so much about these weapons?
Care? Are you insinuating this is a personal matter? I am carrying out the Brotherhood's mission. The reason our logo is on those weapons is because we swore to keep them out of civilian hands. Now it's time to fix our mistake.
How should we handle the raiders?
Paladin Ramani forbids engagement without warning. So, we will attempt to speak to them when we arrive. That being said, the raiders have already made it clear they're determined to be our enemies, stealing supplies, ambushing patrols, using Brotherhood weapons to terrorize the region. If they are unwilling to cooperate, we will put our foot down. So be prepared for combat.
I don't want to fight the raiders.
I'm not sure why you wouldn't want to. They're a menace to Appalachia. But if you have some way of negotiating with them, that's on you. I'm sure Paladin Ramani would appreciate a non-violent solution.
I mean, I don't want to go do it, is what I'm trying to tell you. Well, I guess I'll secure the storeroom.
One last thing. We need to confirm the weapon's source. I find it unlikely the raiders will be willing to talk until after we send them a very clear message. If any of them are still alive after that, we can question them. But priority one is securing the weapons they already have. That will be all. Dismissed.
Okay, so that one's done. So are they sending me to Crater then? They are not sending me to Crater. Well, I do have to talk to Roxy, because we killed that raider who abandoned them. I don't know where it is. Let's get outside so that I'll get a location on it. Or at least a direction on which way I'm supposed to go. So, we don't have the best reputation with Crater, but, I mean, we've dealt with them before, so maybe I'll be able to talk to them. They might be a little angry that I didn't share any of the gold with them. But I guess if I have to kill them, I'm not going to be too sad about it. So this is this way. Oops. Map, come on. Makeshift. Oh, yeah, we have been there. Well, hey, let's go. This is what happens when we travel all over the frickin' map to collect all the map markers before we start any of the missions, I guess. So a lot of them should be easy to get to. Once again, we'll try to be stealthy at first. It was originally intended to be someone's budget version of a vault. Its new life as a supply cache for the Brotherhood of Steel is likely to attract unwanted attention. Okay, so this is where the Brotherhood of Steel were keeping these weapons. But it's saying the Raider storeroom.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Did the Brotherhood send you? Or are you going vault hopping? Can't imagine it's easy getting used to the wasteland. After eating from silver spoons underground all those years?
How do you know that?
It's wrong of me to judge by appearances, though. Why don't you introduce yourself?
The Brotherhood of Steel is here to claim its claim this
So,
property.
You got a deed to go with that claim? Because, we're not gonna sign it.
This vault and all material goods within
How'd
are
you get
hereby
here?
under possession of the Brotherhood of Steel. This requisition will aid us in the preservation of technology and the protection of mankind. Your compliance will ensure your safety.
You know, I'm interested in hearing more about this protection of mankind business. I suppose killing a few no-good raiders is an easy price to pay for the benefit this measly little vault will provide for us as a species. Is that it?
I repeat, your compliance will ensure your safety. Not that I'd expect a simple-minded brute to understand.
Resorting to name-calling already. I have to say, I'm disappointed. Thought I'd be able to speak to someone civilized from a big-shot organization like yours. What about you, Forward Scout? Think we can work this one out? Or are your underpants in as tight of a bunch as Mr. Compliance over there?
I don't have 8 perception. Whatever. We're taking the vault. This is your last chance to
So be
comply.
it. You've made it clear the Brotherhood only provides 2 options. Blind obedience or violence. You take a wild guess which we would prefer.
Jeez. Okay. They already know we're here. Obviously.
Secure the area. The leader is still breathing. Make sure to question him before he gets away.
Okay.
Looks like things didn't turn out so well for me. Get it over with, then.
Tell us where the weapons came from.
Hold on. Let me get this straight. You barged in here, looking to reclaim your property, only to tell me you don't know where it came from? This is almost too good to make up. I knew my feeling about the Brotherhood was right, but you just keep on confirming it. Here's the thing. I don't talk about Raider affairs on Brotherhood territory. That's what this is now, right? If you really want to know, you can let me go. And come talk to me in Crater. I deal with reasonable individuals, not an entourage of fascists with their guns pointed at my face.
I don't like it, but we have to let him go. We don't have the resources to waste on holding him prisoner. And Paladin Romani forbids executing enemies who have surrendered.
They call you Knight, don't they? I didn't know that was another word for lapdog.
Our order is held together by the chain that binds. Each link steadfastly supporting the next. It's not something that a lawless worm like you would understand.
You wound me, Knight. In the heart, that is. Since I've surrendered, and you can't touch me anymore.
I've had enough of this. Leave here and don't come back. And let me be clear. There are no orders protecting active trespassers.
Thanks for the tip. I'll add it to my compendium.
To me, for your next orders, Initiate.
Put your weapon down and go away. Yeah, I'll talk to you. Just let me reclaim some Brotherhood property or whatever. Oh, now we're over encumbered again. Fun. Wait. Haha.
We completed the first part of our mission. You compose yourself in a manner befitting of the Brotherhood. We don't compromise, especially not with raiders. It's clear you understand that. Moving forward, we still need to track down the weapon source. That man appeared to know something. I don't care how you get it out of him, but make sure you get it.
You mean you're sending me to the crater? Isn't that dangerous?
Yes, it's dangerous, but not as dangerous as it would be to leave this thread hanging. Our duty as the Brotherhood is to preserve the future of mankind, to be relentless in our removal of threats, present and future. I wouldn't send you on this mission if I didn't think you were capable of coming back alive.
What's going to happen to this place?
We'll set up some protectrons to guard it, and transfer the weapons back to Fort Atlas. After that, it can be used as an intermediate storehouse for anything our patrols find in the northern part of Appalachia.
Are you okay, Knight? You seem a little angry.
I thought the raiders were bad enough before that vile cretin opened his mouth. And we just let him... This is off topic, Initiate. Don't ask me a question like that again.
You okay, Knight? You seem a little angry.
I thought the raiders were bad enough before that vile cretin opened his mouth.
Yeah, whatever.
This is off topic.
I'll find out where the weapons came from.
This is your top priority. The longer we let these weapons spread, the more difficult it will be to track down all of them.
Oh, I know why I'm over encumbered. It's because I've got that frickin' missile launcher on me. There's a workbench over here, wasn't there? Yeah. I mean, I doubt I'll use it. I might as well scrap it. So now we go to Crater. We can talk to Roxy while we're there too, so let's toggle that one on. Get a little boost in reputation before we go talk to him. Okay.
Can I cross this name off my list or what?
Appalachia has a new corpse.
Nice work. I've got a little extra set aside for my best hunters here. Thanks for dealing with this, kid. So you're due some payment here. Hard work deserves real pay. Now scram, kid. Don't you go causing problems. You've got enough on my plate.
Ooh, do I have that plan? Oh, I need something to drink too. Dang it! Notes. I don't. Oh, I'm not gonna go talk to, the main boss. I'm talking to... Yeah, this is probably Pierce's place. The Crater War Room. Never been here. This is new. What do you have to say for yourselves? I should probably take some...
Can't believe they had the nerve to just barge in like that. That knight acts like some kind of righteous savior.
I told you. And they're only gonna get more confident.
I won't let them. Do we have their patrol routes yet? A couple ambushes ought to take them down a notch.
We'll have to discuss this later. We've got a visitor.
Where are you? Sheena?
So, you really came? Huh. To be honest, I didn't expect the Brotherhood to show its face around here with anything less than a fully armored battalion. Life is just full of surprises, isn't it? So, what can I do for you, oh honorable emissary of steel?
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, right! The weapons! After they got forcibly confiscated from us, I almost forgot about them. See, the thing is, you and your metal buddies put me in a pretty tight spot back there. There are people here in Crater depending on me. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it back to them. So I prioritized a little bit. Getting home to those people was more important than being completely sincere to a group of heavily armed tyrants. So if you're looking for help with your little weapon problem, you can look somewhere else.
Don't you think you're being stubborn, Pierce? We have a good little Brotherhood peon here at our disposal. We can make use of that.
We've been over this. There's no compromising with people like the Brotherhood. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile.
We don't know that yet for sure. Besides, everyone has their own motivations. Our visitor might have one worth talking about.
I won't rely on a betrayal to take them down. You should know that. I have nothing left to discuss. I've given you my answer, Initiate. Now for your sake, I'd suggest you don't stick around.
Hey, you. Don't leave yet. I've got something to say.
Could just, kill ya. Oh, I can't take his knife? I'll talk to you in a second. Who are you? Burke? Oh, I can't go in there either.
Don't mind Pierce, he's stubborn. Holds too tightly to his morals. I'll tell you about the weapons, but you're gonna need to give me something in return. Interested?
I won't betray the Brotherhood.
Sure, okay. Just hear me out, alright? You can make your decision later. I want intel on the Brotherhood. Records, roster, correspondence. You've got people specialized in keeping track of that sort of thing, right? Transfer their data onto this holotape and bring it back to me. Then I'll tell you what you want to know.
What are you going to do with that data?
We're not on friendly terms with the Brotherhood. What do you think we're going to do with it? Don't worry. If the Brotherhood is as powerful as they are confident, then it shouldn't make any difference, right?
How do you know about our scribes?
How do you know about our war room? About that vault where you ambushed Pierce? We have eyes the same way you do. Remember it.
You're really willing to betray Pierce like this?
This isn't a betrayal. It's just good business sense.
You might as well take this holotape back. I'm not giving you any intel.
Okay, goody two-shoes. If you don't want the information I have, that's up to you. But from what I hear about your boss, he wouldn't be too happy with that, would he? Your funeral.
I can take Shin. Alright, I'm leaving.
Toodles.
I can totally kill Shin. Yeah, I think I'm going to consult Scribe Valdez, though. Can't let raiders win. Also, I kind of want to kill Pierce, so... After we finish this, I think I'll call it a night. I'm sure Scribe Valdez will be like, here's some fake data or whatever. I do want to kill Pierce. I want to kill Shin, too. I think that'd be good, too.
Hope those kids we picked up are doing okay. What were their names again?
I want to disappoint Defiance, but I've always got time for you, Initiate. What do you need?
Let's see. I need your help with a situation involving the Raiders.
Raiders, huh? If they're anything like the Raiders we've encountered on the expedition route, then my guess is the situation isn't pretty. All right. How can I help?
They have some important information, but are asking for important information about us in return.
Mm-hmm. I think I understand. The funny thing about data is you don't know what's real or not. Not unless you gathered it yourself. To be honest, I was working on encrypting my terminal for this kind of situation. So, if anyone accessed it who wasn't supposed to, they would just get false info and none would be the wiser. I didn't finish, but you can still use the fake data I created. Should be clearly labeled in the files. Just don't select the wrong one. This is the Raiders we're talking about. It'd be bad news if they got an advantage on us. Worse, if the Knight found out it was because of me.
Are you worried about unauthorized people accessing your terminal? Because I kind of did that.
It's not likely to happen anytime soon, but an enemy could use our names, skills, and history to trick other members or develop a targeted strategy. I may also begin storing schematics and stockpile records on there. Right now, the Knight is doing it all by hand. Well, for now, I just hope we don't make too many enemies. I don't expect much from the Raiders, but maybe they're smarter than they give off.
You're a programmer too? Amazing.
Well, you know, just trying to help where I can. Rusty nails and live wires are fun and all, but sometimes it's also nice to write code without having to get my hands dirty.
Great, thank you.
Not a problem. I'm here to help.
So, the thing about this is that if I was the Raiders, I would already have some of this information. And then so they can look at it and be like, oh, I can see the information we have is in here, this is the real data. Or they can say, hey, the information I have isn't on here, you're giving me false data. Do I not have to... Yeah, I have to load the holotape. Okay. Where is it? I have way too many holotapes.
We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild America. Take the old and forge it anew.
Download dummy
Greetings,
files.
Initiate.
Too bad this observatory's so busted up. I'd love to look at the stars.
The old world has so much to teach us. Why didn't I see it before?
So let's see if this works. Oh, I gotta go to Greater. The war room isn't its own little map marker, unfortunately. Oh, I should talk to, what's her name? Over here. So that, it starts the quest to get me the, to go get her the vacuum tubes, whatever the hell I'm supposed to get her.
Hope you got a stim pack on you. You wanna die? You take that business elsewhere. I wonder what kind of tech Rose has up there at top of the world. I'll have to see if Meg will let me do some recon. It's a wonder anyone here is still alive. Like a bunch of kids who never learned to listen.
I don't know. I must already have the quest, or else I can't do it when I'm with the Brotherhood or something, but... I'm guessing it's just I have it. I could look, but I'm lazy, so... Either way, I got spacesuits out of it. That's good money. Getting stuck on things. What the hell happened? While I was gone.
I'm alive today. I'll take that as a... You've got the holotape?
Here it is. I don't need to ask her why I should do it again. Here it is.
Good. Thanks. The weapons don't have one source. Some of them we looted off a group of unfortunate settlers. We've also traded them among ourselves. Some old friends visited Crater a while back wielding that firepower, claiming they earned it in a fight. They were bragging about it till the day they left. Said they sent some big armored folks running. I can't confirm that the losers were Brotherhood, but that was your logo on the side of those weapons, wasn't it? Doesn't matter to me. Now, I told you what I know. With any luck, we won't talk again.
You mean the settlers of Foundation had them too?
Yep. They may or may not have more, but they've definitely come in contact with them.
The other raiders you got the weapons from, where did they come from?
West. They said they passed through Ohio before coming here. I don't know how much further out they went.
Did your raider friends mention anything else about the fight?
They wouldn't shut up about it, so I learned to tune it out pretty quick. But I do remember them passing around a helmet with a bullet hole through its visor. A trophy from the fallen.
That's all I wanted to know.
Don't change your mind. This was a one-time offer, and it's one that neither of us will speak of again. Don't get in the way.
Back to Night Shin. So something's going on with the Brotherhood. Maybe not selling these weapons, but like I initially thought, but... Excuse me.
Brotherhood's always looking for good tech.
Give me another loading screen. Okay, Shin.
I am a link in the chain that binds. That is what keeps this order together.
The hell are you?
I trust you're adjusting to service for the Brotherhood.
I mean, I guess. Hey, Shin.
Ad Victorium. I see you returned from Crater. Standing by for your report.
What am I going to get for my efforts?
You'll get the honor of remaining in service of the Brotherhood. If you don't understand the value in that, then I question your commitment to our order.
That's probably a smart thing to do. The Raiders got the weapons from 2 sources, possibly more.
That's not what I was hoping to hear. All right. Tell me about the sources.
A group of raiders traveling from the west said they earned it in a battle.
I see. And are those raiders still at Crater?
Sounded like they were just visiting.
It can't be helped then. We need to focus on Appalachia for the moment.
Did you come in contact with those raiders?
Without more information, it's impossible to say. We fought plenty of raider groups across the entire expedition route.
We're really just going to let them go?
I'd like to pursue them as much as you would, Initiate. But those were not our orders from Elder Maxson. We have duties in Appalachia. Ones that we've delayed for long enough as it is.
That's all I have to report about the raider source.
And the other one.
Some came from the settlers of Foundation.
Foundation 2? This is bad. Worse than I thought. At this rate, all of Appalachia will be toting these rocket launchers. All because of... Forgive me, Initiate. I lost my composure. We need to follow up with Foundation as soon as possible.
All because of you, huh? Is Foundation really a concern?
Peaceful or not, civilians should not have access to that kind of technology. It's too easy for things to go wrong. Take the Great War as an example. That catastrophe is the inspiration for our mission today.
But civilians didn't... Never mind. What were you saying? What caused all this?
You don't have clearance for that information, Initiate. Proceed with your report.
So I'll have to report.
So that's everything. That was a thorough report. The Brotherhood appreciates your diligence looking into this matter. Our next step is to deal with Foundation.
Another complaint.
Paladin Romani already had plans to establish contact. So, she'll want to hear about this. No need to expound everything. I'll follow up later with a more detailed report.
Really? Really, you will? How did the Brotherhood lose possession of these weapons in the first place?
That's classified information, Initiate. Not every operation runs perfectly. All you need to know is that we're fixing it.
The raiders mentioned a knight's helmet. Did someone important die?
A knight's helmet? It must be. 2 other knights embarked with us from the west coast. Knight Thornberry returned partway through the journey. Knight Connors gave his life in honorable service to the Brotherhood. Show the proper respect when asking about him. To think they held onto his helmet like a trophy. It's unforgivable.
So you know which raiders these are. That was all. I'll report to Paladin.
Ad Victoriam.
Yeah, I want to kill him. Ooh, 300 caps. That's not bad.
Reminder, this is the armory, not the barracks. Take your conversations outside.
Stimpaks, right away, purified water, and a mine. The Brotherhood must work with the settlers of Foundation.
If I don't sleep tonight, I should be able to get this list done.
So report to Paladin Romani of Foundation. So, we accomplished a little bit today. I learned that I want to shoot a raider and a member of the Brotherhood. That's fun. So next time on Fallout 76, we will report to Paladin Romani and go to Foundation. Talk to them about it.
Still, this
Oh. You guys don't need to see me build. I'll show you what I build in the shelter later. It's not going to be hardly. It's probably just going to be. I'll build stuff and then just destroy them, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, so as usual, this signing out.